it's not 10 seconds since I closed off last week's vlog with complaining. I will not start it the same way. It is Monday. We are on the way to my mum's. We didn't see her at the weekend. She's got a winch in the car that's not working, so that'll be fun for Darren. He's going to have a look at it because women don't know about these things, so they directly asked for Darren, obviously, because I'm useless. And then we're going to pick up a trampoline from Smith's.
Smythes.
Is he coming around? No. So yeah, that's about all that's happening at the minute. Don't think there's many plans for this week. Isaac's got his Gaelic on Thursday and Friday morning. His guitar lessons have finished now. The place is shut for 2 weeks. First, I don't know, they just must take a break for 2 weeks. And then I think some kids have lessons, some don't. But Isaac,
I still have one more.
they're refunding that because the season's ended now. A lot of the teachers don't work over the summer months. So whether or not Isaac continues with his guitar lessons is dependent on whether he can be arsed to actually practice. Because at the minute, he's been told he has to do a minimum of half hour a day. Now, I know from learning instruments that half hour a day isn't enough to make good progress. But at least if he did the half hour a day happily and without being whinged at constantly, then fine. Yes, you did, Isaac, because I told you yesterday that I'm not paying for any more lessons. This next 2 weeks, if you have to be nagged and if you can't be bothered, I'm not paying for more lessons. It's too expensive and we can't afford it. So whether or not Isaac will be continuing the lessons after the 2 week break remains to be seen. Because at the minute, it's like he cannot be bothered. And unfortunately for him, his past papers will commence again this week. I didn't make him do any all of last week. He did an entire week off. But his 11 plus is in about 3 months now. So, and a lot of people have signed up for tutors over the summer. I'm on that Facebook group, and obviously how it works is you don't get in because you've got a guaranteed score. They compare, Isaac, stop making noise in the background. They compare every child in Northern Ireland's results against each other, and obviously the top. So there isn't like, you couldn't say, oh well, if you get 88% you're guaranteed to get in. Only if more people didn't do better than you. So what other kids are doing and the fact that, you know, loads of them are getting tutors and stuff, and Isaac is only being asked to do maybe 3 past papers a week, and you get like 45 minutes, and that's, to me, asking someone to do 3 45-minute papers a week is not a lot. So yeah, that's what's happening. So we'll have to be doing a whinging about that. I don't want to do
being treated like a Victorian slave child.
But unfortunately, the thing is, the only kids that live near us that are in Isaac's year group, let's put this sensitively, come from homes where parents just really don't care, and actually are of the academic level that they could study for 10 years and they would not pass the test. That's the most sensitive way I can put it. So they're all out and about doing whatever, but because Isaac does have the ability to pass it, he's been expected to put the work in so that he can pass it and go to a good school. But it's very, you know, oh well, they're all out, why are they all out? And I'm going the wrong way. I think I'm going to the Tower Centre.
I wondered where you're going then for a minute. Didn't enter my head. We're going to the Tower Centre, dear. Oh, look at Yeti. I do like the Yeti.
Right, I'm going to put this off because there's nothing else to tell you. I'm just whinging. I'm just fed up. I need a holiday. I need a Florida vacation.
Are you fed up?
Yeah.
Has anything happened this weekend?
Don't. So, and it's going to be at least 2 years before. There's the old the building right at the top, the nice one. That's the old convent school. That's what it was before they built the big one.
Where are we going?
We're going to Smith's, Isaac.
We're in a different way. Detour.
Forgot what I was saying then. What was I saying?
I can't remember.
Alright, I've no idea what I was saying, so I'm going to go. I shall probably, the next time we catch up with you, might be putting up the trampoline, or it might be video on Darren trying to put the trampoline into the boot. We shall see. Look, nobody knows who's got right away here.
Need to repaint the roundabout and the people know to give way to the right because the roundabout's gone, they don't know.
What, the pimple in the road?
Yeah.
I need to park somewhere where it's easy to see if there's this. Oh, there's one that maybe be hard to. I want right on the end, there's someone there. Hello! It is. Let me just pause the news. Pause the news. Mute the news. It is Monday evening, tea time. Darren is about to start. He's just taking the trampoline boxes out of the car. No, actually, I bet he's doing. He'll be doing the. I was getting excited thinking he was doing it. He'll be doing our new dash cam. The SD card came from it, so he's trying to sort that out. But then he's got the trampoline to build. He doesn't want me helping him with it. He wants to do it himself. So we'll see how that goes. That'll be fun and games, I'm sure. Apparently it takes like between 1 and 2 hours depending on how able you are and how many. They say we recommend 2 people to build it. Darren doesn't want me to help him. He wants to do it himself, but in the reviews a bloke said he did it in an hour himself and a man of 70 did it in 2 hours. So we shall see. I shall try and record some footage. Right, he's ready guys for a bad temper.
Put one upside down.
You didn't want any help, you said stay away.
It's fine, I'm just sick of bloody midges. I am covered in them.
They're just midges, just ignore them.
Can't bite the shit out of me.
He's a big tough man. A few little flies. Well, how are you supposed to get it back together now if you have to take it?
Pop it off and turn it around and put it on again.
But is that going to need me out again?
No.
Make sure that nothing's like, oh, it'll do like that last thing. If you've got young children bouncing on it, if it's not in purpose proper, don't.
It won't go in unless it's in. Everything has to fit perfect. It's
right.
tight.
I just need to document this.
I'm not letting you document anything.
Well, I'm filming.
Keep filming then.
Battery's almost run out.
Good.
I can do it out the window when you're not aware I'm doing it. I just wanted the exasperation on film.
No, you should have been here about 20 minutes ago when I found all the oil off them things.
My hands were black, I just had to go wash them.
Yeah, but these are the oily things, the legs. They're just, I don't know, it's like someone sprayed them with
So
the
how are you
WD-40.
supposed, now that that's all clipped together properly, and it's all like tensioned, how are you supposed to get it apart again?
Same way as it went in, just pops out.
But then how are you going to get it back together again?
Same as it before, bend
But
it.
that, I helped you do the last bit.
Yeah, but now it's had a flex, it should go in.
Right, okay.
Just before it was really miles apart.
Darren will probably break this in half before he'll ask me to help again.
Oh well.
Right. Well, at least it's the right size, that's something.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
It fits in the space. There's our little square of grass.
Once
There's
it's together, that's the main fiddle a bit over. The rest of it just pops
Right, I'll go.
lumps everywhere.
Okay, he gave up because of midges, but when I said I was going to go out and do it, he come back. He's putting the net up. I can't even see out the window. He'll be cross if I go out. Can we see? Look at him. Let's go and see him. No, stay you! Hey, get back in the living room! Back in the living room now, on your toes. Jeez, did you see her attacking that thing then?
Right, if you've got 2 minutes, you're coming up to do this. You can't bend it.
I don't want your help. Stay away from me, she
You
says.
might enjoy these midges. I'm fed up to about.
Don't mind midges. I grew up with midges. You just get used to them. Does Yorkshire not have any midges?
When you get bit.
I do. I just always wear long sleeves. Right, I'm coming out. No idea what pain in the arse this has been. How is it to build?
It took hours. Whoa. It took hours.
And if you misbehave on it with those boys, I will burn it down. With
You're
petrol.
still outside.
This side, I'm still outside. I've got midges. Can you go away, Isaac? Because there's midges everywhere. You're going to get bit.
Right, come on, in. Pajama time.
Finally.
My little lights over there. And my little lights down here. No bouncy castle, even though it's destroyed my grass. Look at the difference in the colour. Have you had your wee, Molly? Have you had wee wees? Can you hear them sheep? Hello, it is Wednesday. We're going into town for multiple reasons. When I get back, I will try to remember to do this. Film Darren's legs. When Darren was putting up the trampoline, he got severely bitten by midgies. Now, there's a spray from Avon called Skin So Soft, which does repel them quite a bit, but Darren had big gaping holes in the knees of his jeans, and they all got in there, and obviously he hadn't sprayed his legs. I got some bites. I think they go if you're sweatier.
Well, if you get bitten once by a female, the female releases a pheromone which attracts everybody else.
So why are they not all attracted to me? I got bit, but not as badly as you.
No, I was too tasty.
So you probably can't see. I'll show you later. But I'm bit all around where my watch was and under my watch, and I've got a few on this arm. But I was wearing like long trousers. They couldn't get in. So it's just my arms got a little bit. But Darren's legs are shocking. Just all over.
They are shocking anyway, really, aren't they?
Oh, it's a tractor. So we're going to try and get some calamine lotion. The little shops out here are good if you need like bread and milk and bits and bobs, but if you want something specific, they're not much good. I also really want a sweet pea plant.
Are you going round with it?
There's a truck manoeuvring up ahead.
Oh, right, that's all right.
That was good. That blocked off the whole road for us to get around the tractor. We've got a learner driver in front of us as well, so this will be a slower journey than usual. Yeah, I want to go to the little local garden centre and get some plants to go in front of, my new the little bit of fence we put the bamboo on and the little lights at the top. I want to get something that will grow up that if possible. We'll get back, I'll show you Darren's legs. You'll not believe how badly bitten they are. And
can you be more specific about why they're bad? Most people think I've got horrible legs.
How badly bitten they are is what I said.
My bandy ass legs went up and stepped on.
Just reminded me of my granny and granda. Up there with your bandy legs. Oh God, this one of those family anecdote stories that's just not funny to anyone else apart from the people that were there or the people in the family. My granny and granda used to fight like cat and they like loved each other, but they bickered a lot, and it was really, really funny to watch.
Light fitting.
And my granda one day was doing something with, I think my granda worked for a company called Michelin. This is turning into a Yorkshire story, which is a big tyre manufacturer, as you probably know, but it's one of the only decent paying jobs in the, when I say decent, I mean that they get a good wage. But when he got older and was past the age for working the heavy machines, they gave him a cleaning position. And he wouldn't just clean the factory, he would intricately clean the machines and everything. He was really good at his job. But my granda was very fastidious about tidying and cleaning. And he didn't like dust, he didn't like dirt. He was very particular, and we had these glass ornate lampshades. You can imagine what's going to happen in the living room. He got up on a chair, one of the kitchen, sitting eating your dinner at the table chairs that you're not supposed to stand on, and set about cleaning the lampshade. Now, I cannot remember. I remember I was sitting right beside him when he was doing it. I don't remember what happened, why it happened, but just before it happened, literally seconds, my granny said, "Be careful with that light fit, whatever it is. Be careful with that lampshade. That was expensive." Crash. Went the lampshade. My granddad stood there looking quite confused with himself. I'm sat going, "Oh Jesus, here it comes. Wow, I'm sick. I told you to be careful with that. Standing up there with your bandy legs." Now, Darren just said bandy legs, and it took me right back to that moment. And I think my friend Raymond was in it, my ex-friend Raymond, but my friend at the time, Raymond, I think he was in the living room at the time. And he didn't know whether to look serious, or he really wanted to laugh like I did, but my granny was so angry about her lampshade. Standing up there with your bandy legs and him stood on a kitchen chair. Jesus, right. So that's the end of the anecdote for today.
Catch him, Derry.
Catch him, Derry. Catch him. I shall check in with you guys later. What are you doing?
Can they handle my leg being out? Dobby, thank you very much, but it's calamine lotion. It's not for Dobbins.
Oh, Dobby, get down.
It's not for Dobbins.
Midgie bites.
Yeah. On my shark wound scar. Can you see the shark wound?
Yes.
Oh,
Kelly will get a laugh when she's looking at that again.
what? On my severe injury, she'll get a laugh.
Well, do you not remember the last time?
Yeah. I nearly lost my leg. Ha ha ha! Very funny. Oh.
Right, I'm going to plant me. Are you looking forward to anything this evening on the television?
Might be. No, I'm not actually. It's very stressful.
What's on the telly this evening?
Denmark, England.
Football. What's your prediction?
I'm never make a prediction on that because.
Am I allowed to if I don't support either of them?
You can make any prediction you want.
I am going to say... Oh, I want to see penalties, but I think I'm going to go 2-1 to England. That's what I think's going to happen. I want it to be 1-1 and penalties. That's what I want to see.
From my point of view, if Bradford of League 2 can go to Stamford Bridge, Chelsea, Premiership, who have only lost at that point twice in a year,
football. This was just
go
a
2 goals down and win 4-2.
Right, I'm bored now. That's why you don't talk about football. We'll get a half-hour lecture about football. Right. What? He's talking about me behind my back now. Bouncy Castle's done weird stuff to our grass. Right, so I got these wee plants today. These 2 pink ones. That bushy one that has mixed coloured leaves when it comes out, and these 2 little red ones. And I'm going to put them up there at the bottom of that little fancy section. See the little pots with nothing in them? Well, they're going to go there. So I managed to plant my little flower. Didn't think I'd get down deep enough. I've repotted 2 sunflowers in that little thing, hoping. So, got my dahlia over there. Cosmos, whatever. And I repotted some of these, which I don't remember what they are, but I got them from bulb. So we'll see if they grow. Look at the difference in the grass from where the bouncy castle was. Should come back.
Oh, here he comes! Here he comes!
That's so close!
Get away!
You're so close!
Oh!
You hit the hole! You hit the hole!
Give it back again then. Oh, oh no! Oh!
All the way from over there.
Where were you? You were stood down at those nets and you had a shot. What were you trying to do?
Get it in.
Get it in where?
The goal.
In these goals?
It went right
Where
on
did the
line.
ball end up?
Right in the line. I'm getting it.
Great save, great
Yeah.
save. Good kick.
Hello! I only seem to talk to you when I'm in the car. It's the only time I think to get out the phone, the camera on my camera, the camera on my phone. It is Thursday. I'm on my way into my mum's. I would usually go in on a Tuesday, but we went in on a Monday this week together instead of Sunday because of the bouncy castle. So I'm going in to take my mum out. She just goes like a quick walk around like the local high street and into a chemist to pick up a few little bits, and that's it. Nothing much to tell. It's been raining today. It rained yesterday, so the trampoline's been up. This is the 3rd day and it's been used one evening. He didn't go near it yesterday even when it wasn't raining, and it's raining today, so he's watching YouTube at the minute. Honestly, he's obsessed. He has to be restricted to an hour a day or he would just sit on it constantly. So as I leave, he's got a past English paper to do, so I love that. What we're trying to do is, we don't have him do anything on Saturday or Sunday, but on a Monday, well, kind of on a Saturday, on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday, he does a paper, so that's 3 a week. And then the following day, he'll do the corrections, so whichever ones he got wrong. So you're talking never any more than about maybe 12 or 13 questions on the next day. I'll go over it with him, and then he will do the corrections the next day to see if whatever it is I've explained to him has lodged. So that's where we're at the minute. When Isaac goes back to school, he will be entering the last year of primary school, and then he will be going to high school, which is just, time moves so fast, especially when you have children. It just whizzes past you. So yeah, I don't think I've much else. Oh, I just suppose if you're an England fan, or if you're an English person that likes football, so obviously England are now through to the finals of the Euros. They played Denmark last night. Now, if I was a betting person, I would have made some money last night. What I said was, before the match, actually, I maybe said it on camera, I don't remember. If I did, you will have seen it already. What I said was, I would like to see a 1-1 match at full time and extra time and penalties, because I love to watch penalties. If I start watching the match, I get into it because I do know football. I did used to really enjoy football, but now I think it's just too much, and I see it so much, I'm sick looking at it, so I tend to not watch it at all. But if there are penalties, I will watch that because I always enjoy it. I think if it's not your team, and obviously Ireland never get through to anything, so it's never my team. Well, World Cup a couple of times they did quite well, but generally I don't have that sense of nervousness that people have that support the team while doing the penalties, because it's not a nice way to go out, let's be honest. So but I said, even though that's what I would like to see, my prediction is 2-1 to England, and it ended 2-1 to England. So if I had have put a bet on last night, I could have made myself some money. Maybe I should put a bet on for Sunday. Let me think. Italy are dirty buggers. I don't know if I'm allowed. Right, from this point on, I'm watching my language, because I became aware this morning that Alice has watched some. Alice is Kelly and Dave's daughter. She's two already, and I really don't want to be swearing. I don't want her to pick up the words, so I'm going to try and clean the old language up. Italy cheat. When I say Italy cheat, people that throw themselves on the ground writhing in agony and clutching grass, and you think, oh my god, he's broken his leg. What's happened? Oh, that must be a nasty injury. And then someone comes on and puts the magic ice pack on, and he gets up and runs off. That's cheating. That's not just play acting, that is cheating. Because they do it in, right, you could think what you want to this. Even Darren, before it was awarded, put his opinion across, and then he couldn't take it back. I don't think he would have admitted it if he hadn't already said it. The penalty that England got awarded last night that led to Harry Kane scoring the goal, they should not have been awarded it. It was not a penalty. Even the English football pundits, with the exception of Ian Wright, were all saying, no, that was a really soft tackle. It wasn't even a flipping tackle. The guy put his leg out, and I don't mean in front of the guy to trip him up. But England were awarded a penalty last night that they should not have been awarded, and anybody that you will ask will admit that, probably apart from really staunch English fans. But then there was the question, which I didn't see, apparently earlier in the same match there was a tackle that should have been a penalty that they didn't get awarded. So people are saying, well, it's fair because they should have got that one and they didn't, so maybe they shouldn't have got this one, but they did. So that's people's opinion. My opinion is they shouldn't have got the penalty, because I didn't see the other one, but they had to VAR check. VAR, if you don't know, is like a video that the referee, linesman, whoever, can look back and see something that they perhaps missed and make a decision. And the VAR have a team that will send through a message to the referee on the pitch saying VAR check, potential penalty. So in the old days of football, that would not have been given as a penalty. It wasn't a flipping bit. Darren even said, oh no, that's not a penalty, he barely touched him. Then it was awarded as a penalty, and Darren went very quiet. But England won the match on a penalty that they should not have been awarded. And Peter Schmeichel's son, I've forgotten his first name, Peter Schmeichel's a really famous goalie. I really apologise if I'm boring the pants off you guys. Peter Schmeichel's a really famous goalie, and his son is also now a very famous goalie who plays for Denmark. And the saves that guy made last night, including the penalty that Harry Kane took. Harry Kane is like the highest scorer for England. He's like the golden boy at the minute. He saved it, but he didn't. If he had have pushed it to the side or pushed it up, England wouldn't have been through. Well, they might have done on penalties, but he tried to hold on to it and he didn't manage it, and it went back out. And when the ball went back out, Harry Kane was there to score, and the defenders couldn't have done a thing. They were running for it, but Harry Kane was too fast. He is really, really good. But I felt so bad for the Denmark team, because to lose on something that the other team shouldn't have been given. And as I said to Darren, I'm sure every England fan in the land would love to see England put another one in, because then there's no argument. They've definitely won on their own merit and nobody can question it, but they won on that penalty. Having watched, now I will watch when Ireland play matches in big tournaments, and twice in the past Ireland have Ireland have not qualified in the past on 2 occasions, both times based on decisions which were incorrect. That when things have been looked back at, everyone has said, oh well, that decision shouldn't have been made, that wasn't fair, blah blah blah. So Ireland have been on the other side of that unfair decision many times, well, twice recently, twice in the last few years. So I know what it feels like to be a fan on the other side, and I feel bad for Denmark as well, because I was supporting Denmark, not because they were playing England, but because they were the lowest ranked team left in. Anyone that knows me will know that I always go for the underdog in any sporting occasion, unless my team are playing, and my team are Ireland and they're not playing, or Northern Ireland, who are even worse than Ireland. They're shocking. You know, we're not going to challenge England in any matches anytime soon, put it that way. But Denmark Italy are just dirty players. Spain aren't that much better than Italy. Ukraine, who I was going for until I watched them play, and they done all the rolling about the floor palava as well. So Denmark was the team that I was going for. So I was really disappointed to see how they went out last night. But anyway, I need to stop talking about football, don't I? But so the final, this will end me. The final is on Sunday, and then that'll be all over. Or as one of my friends on Facebook said, Hannah, what? All over? You're joking? They're still banging on about 1966. And I says to Darren, if they win this, will they stop talking about 66 and start talking about 2021 instead? Will they have 40 years on this as well? 60 years almost. But we shall see. Hopefully they do well. For, you know, if I have to choose from Italy and England, I'm obviously going to go for England. Italy are just such dirty players. I don't like to see the big teams win. I don't know why that is. I just don't like to see it. And in my eyes, England is one of the big teams. It's just always so stereotypical if you're one of these people that's outside of the loop. So if your team never are in, and you want to see it's like all those years ago when Cameroon were in the World Cup and they got so far, and they came from nothing, and they're playing barefoot in the soil as children. And Ireland did really well that year as well. I so badly wanted to see Cameroon just whip everybody's bums. You see how clean I'm being. Maybe I shouldn't be saying bum, I don't know. But I'm still talking about football. So I'd put a thing on Facebook which showed a Formula 1 car with a guy stood beside it saying hit or something or other at 200 kilometers per hour, gets out of car and stands on own feet. Then there's a picture below of a football player clutching his, I think, shin in agony, saying touched by an opponent. And I wrote above it, I'm almost as excited as the England football fans, not for the same reason, but because it's almost all over. One of Darren's mates wrote, who's English incidentally, well, you don't have to watch it. And I'm thinking, you what? Are you aware of how, maybe you see he's living in Australia, he's probably not quite aware. I get up in the morning, or I put the TV on in the morning. The news are talking about the England football match. This morning follows the news. The whole studio was bedecked in England football paraphernalia. There's even an actual item about where you can buy loads of England paraphernalia. And they've been talking about this this has been the case for like 2 or 3 weeks. The Endless Woman comes on, which is Darren's least favourite programme in the world, and they're talking about it. I've just left the house and the lunchtime news is on, and the first headline, England match. When I get home, they will be talking about it on the evening news. And this guy says you don't have to watch it. Unless I lock myself in a padded room with no access to radios, TV, there's no escaping it. Along with the fact that Darren watches every single match that's on. Unless we lock ourselves in different rooms for the entirety of the Euros, I do have to watch it. If I don't have to watch the match, I have to watch the goals being played on every other programme on TV. I have to hear them talk about Gareth Southgate and Kane. It's just, there's literally is no escape from it. And it's, if you don't like, you see, I can't even say I don't like football. I don't like being, this is why I stopped liking football, because you just overdose. That guy was waiting ages to get out. I just let him go. Thankfully he was sensible enough to know what he was doing, and he didn't sit there looking at me like I had two heads. Too much of a thing puts me off it. I get tired of it, even if it's something I like to start with. Oh dear, there's a funeral down here. Don't like funerals. Well, nobody likes funerals, but I don't, seeing one just, you know what I mean? It means someone's died and someone's family's mourning. So that thing, sorry to be morbid, but that thing when someone that is close to you dies, where your whole world has changed and you have to go out for whatever, groceries or whatever it may be, and everyone else is still getting on with their life as everyone else is still, Jesus Christ, look how crooked I am. Everyone else is still getting on with their lives like nothing's different, and you can hear all the chatter and people getting, you know, the counter staff chatting away to the people getting their groceries, and their life's just exactly the same, and they're talking about TV, and you're thinking, whoever it is gone. My life's never going to be the same. It's just weird. It's one of those things that I find difficult. I remember when, you know, the people I've lost that are closest to me would be my was a woman in the middle of the road walking. My grandparents, I know everyone, you know, but my grandparents actually brought me up with my parents. When my mum got ill when I was really young, I was 3. She was diagnosed when I just turned 4. So my parents moved in with my mum's parents, and my granny and granddad did the main crux of raising me, because my dad was at work and my mum just was not well at all. So when I lost my grandparents, it was almost like losing another set of parents. I just remember finding that really hard. I remember going to the supermarket and everything was normal for everyone, and it just wasn't for me. Anyway, that's morbid. Okay, I'm at my mum's. I've talked about football and death. Welcome to Lisa's Weekly Vlog. Jesus Christ. Right, and there's another thing I need to stop saying. Right, I shall catch up with you guys later. Them lovely roses. Oh, the cleaner's in. This is what we need to paint. All of this and this and up to this. Oh, I'm back in the car. Look what my mum got me. How gorgeous are they? Sunflowers and roses. They're beautiful. I absolutely love sunflowers. They're one of my favourite flowers. I love anything. Well, actually, I love a lot of flowers. I love most flowers apart from carnations. That's the only thing really I'm not fussed on. I love daisies and daffodils and bluebells and snowdrops, and if I've got a bunch of flowers like lilies and roses, and if they're in season, sunflowers I absolutely adore. They're just so cheerful and bright and nice, which is exactly what I need right now after that shopping escapade. I went to get my mum a couple of bits that she needed. She's really tired, so she wasn't up to going herself. Darren with his midgy legs, midget bitten legs. I'm looking for a pair of shorts for him. I was going to buy him shorts this week and he said no, I can get them cheaper in Primark. Wouldn't let me get them. Now his legs are bitten off and his legs are getting too warm with the trousers on top, so he needs shorts. But he has stipulated that he does not want shorts that show his knees. Now this is a bit of an issue because most shorts show your knees. But you know those 3/4 length like combat shorts? That's what he wants. And I have just been to 8 shops, including Marks and Spencer's, and none of them, they either don't have them at all. Marks and Spencer's have some nice cargo shorts, but they would fall just above the knee. So he doesn't want that. Or, don't you dare open that flipping. See when people pull up to the side of a road and then just fling their door open when you're driving past? There's flags around here everywhere, which is like crap. This used to be an area, I grew up here, and it was an area that was really inclusive regardless of what religion you were. Nobody put up any paraphernalia or flags or anything like that. Just everyone, you know, out of respect for each other. It's just like a joint shared community. And then what used to be the old army barracks housing years and years ago, it lay empty for years, and then they redeveloped the houses and turned them into council houses, which me and Darren actually tried to get a house there because it was just around the corner from my mum, and we didn't get one. They said they were being really like particular about who they let get them because of the fact that it's such a well-established good area of the town that everyone wants to live in. They proceeded to let a ton of people from outside the town move in that weren't the nicest of people, and the area is now crap. You've got the right of way, Mrs. Go on. Why is she sat there? You have got the right of way. Why do these people not know the rules of the road? I mean, really? How difficult is give way to the right on a roundabout? What was I saying? Yeah, and now there's flags up everywhere, and the people that are living on the houses between, like where I grew up and this new estate, my mum's friend lives in there and she's 80 something. She's got a disabled son who's 50 something, I believe. He's really hard work, really big lump of him, you know, big man, but he's got like extensive special needs and she manages him. I don't know how she manages. But anyway, she lives there, and and beside her is a disabled couple. They're little bungalows, that's why, you know, people with, you know, like disabilities tend to get priority for the little bungalows. And she's gone from being delighted in her little house, really happy, to hating it because of the abuse she gets. Just from, you know, like when you get kids that are like approaching teenage years and their mouths are like sewers and they swear and they tell people to F off and stuff, and it's just disgusting. And flags are up everywhere, which makes anyone that is not... I'm going to turn this... Wait till you see this road when I go around the corner. I want you to see what I mean. Right, I'm about to turn left. You can see just there on the corner there's a flag. You can maybe see ahead of me on the roundabout there's a massive flag. I nearly swore again. Wait till you see when I turn this corner. I don't know that it will pick up as well on camera as it actually looks. Just in case any of you are concerned about what country you're in. Can you see? Every lamppost. There's bunting, I don't know if that's showing up. There's also murals which you can't see. If you can't see, every single lamppost has got a flag on it. At the minute they don't seem... Oh, they have. They've got the Israel flags up as well. I'm not going to claim to understand anything about that situation. But honestly, right, so I am now going to Tesco to pick up the combat shorts that I was going to buy yesterday that Darren told me to put back. Hello, so there's people looking at me, I don't care. I got the elusive combat shorts in black, the right size, and got myself something, I couldn't resist this. It's on a hanger. The hanger's really annoying me. I don't like when they give you hangers in the shop. I got it because of the rainbow. I have to admit, anything rainbow, I'm there. For 2 reasons, for 3 reasons, for 4, for lots of reasons. I love anything with rainbows on. I love the programme Rainbow in support of Gay Pride Month. And it's bright and cheerful. So lots of reasons. No reason not to love rainbow. Right, that was... Oh, fuck, just you wait while I get out. So yeah, that was it. I'm heading home now. I just wanted to show you my rainbow kiss t-shirt. That'll come in handy. And I got Darren's shorts, so his legs will be a little less hot this evening. And I will go back out and feast my eyes on 101 Flags again. Where are we?
The most scarce place in the world.
I'm just looking on the wall, see if I can find my teeth, but all these have got too many teeth for me.
Oh, I think I found it.
I'm smiling, I've got a mask on.
The one with all the black in it.
We're at the dentist for our annual checkup, 6-monthly checkup.
Did I know which one's yours?
What with singular tooth?
No.
Which one then?
The ones with
See your legs?
black in them.
They're going to think you've got some sort of disease.
Oh, look at them beauties,
You're going
eh?
to have to explain what that is in case they think you've got something contagious.
Also, I've been painting. I've painted myself white to deflect the blast in case of the nuclear war.
Hello, it is Saturday. I've had a migraine or a headache all day. I've just recorded my what I watched for the last 2 weeks because I haven't done it. I've just been plagued with headaches this past couple of weeks. And I've done my own true crime story. It's a bit of a one I don't know whether to talk about or not, but I've recorded it. I have recorded it before and deleted it. A bit of a shocker. So I don't know if that will be up before this or after, but you'll probably be quite surprised. Not the easiest one to talk about in the world, but hopefully it may do some good. If not, just clear my head. So, God, I look so pale. I don't feel well. So, I can hear tinfoil rustling. That's Darren cooking a chicken.
Oh no. Oh god.
What's Isaac doing in there? What are you playing?
I can't remember its name.
Some sort of Lego thing.
Oh, Lego set in the cupboard closet. I just picked it away.
There's Molly. And the mat that needs
chasing birds.
hoovering again. Darren is doing his manly duty of cooking the tea. Oh, you're in the Marines?
Yes, I am actually, as a matter of fact. Marine Corps.
When we were in Disney, Darren was wearing this and a guy walked up and asked him if he was in the Marines.
Obviously illiterate. I can't even say
Look at that
illiterate.
cauliflower!
Yeah, I'm making a cheese sauce separate.
I can see stuffing. No smutty remarks. There's the dogs.
Would I smut?
Hello.
Are you wanting your chicken tea?
You do? Yes, I do.
Yes,
she
you do,
says.
don't you? Like chicken tea, don't you? Trod on me then, you silly animal.
I can hear sheep buying.
Well, I should hope it's sheep buying and nothing else buying.
Remember that thing in the field? They're at it again. Baling. It is almost midnight on Saturday. And this is outside my bedroom window. Awesome. And they've just started. You can't see the rest of the field, but they've just started baling, so they'll be at that till 2 or 3 in the morning. Brilliant. The aftermath of last night's. That's what he was doing. Look at them clouds. It's gonna rain today. No. It's terrible lighting. It is Sunday evening. We're watching the Euro 2020, even though it's 2021, final between Italy and England. Darren sat there with Dobby. We're on 1-1 with, we're 14 minutes into extra time, so they've got 15 minutes to score. And if they don't, I get what I wanted. Penalties. Oh, Jesus Christ. Darren predicted 3-1 to England. I predicted 2-1 to England. My mum predicted 2-1 to Italy. And my dad predicted 2-0 to Italy. Isaac said... What did Isaac say? 2-1 to England. 2-2. Isaac said 2-2 and penalties, which England would win. So, that's what's happening.
Oh, he's dead. Oh.
This is Sunday, so this will be the last. I'll check in when it's over to tell you who won if you don't watch football and we're having a substitution. Is that an England substitution?
No, it's 1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute.
On injury time.
Right, okay. Right, I shall be back. But there's not a... They need a rocket under their arse basically at the minute because it's a little bit better in extra time than it was during the match. The match has been quite dull. England scored on 2 minutes. And then for the entirety of the rest of the match, not much happened apart from people falling down a lot. And that's both sides. Now we're on extra time. It's a little bit better, but still want to see penalties. I do like to watch penalties. So we shall see. I shall check back in. Have you anything to add at the minute?
No, too stressful.
Darren's got too much stress at the minute, so I can't speak. So I shall be back. So that's it. It's over. And it went to penalties, and England lost. Unfortunately, Marcus Rashford, who I really like, purely for the stuff that he's done for the country and stuff, he took one of the penalties that missed, which was a pretty dire penalty to be honest. And 2 other guys missed. And it's like 2 out of the 3 were pretty bad penalties. But it's such a shame. It's like one of the poor lads was crying. I don't like to see that. And they're all really young, which is not nice to have that sort of pressure. But, so Italy win. Keynes of the diving, pretending they're mortally wounded, getting a spray of something and then being remarkably recovered. They won. So that's it. Thank you for watching the weekly vlog. And I shall catch up with you guys next week.
Put some pineapple on your pizza.